If somebody attempts to attract the attention of the government, to start turning the wheel of the political process, people have to do that. He felt himself that it was his, I guess, right to the government and a right to his people to attempt to make things better. Though what he did is very controversial, I'm sure the government laws will change, and they already have, about, releasing information. If not now, then when? If we let Julian's actions go in vain, then someone else will come along exposing the fraudulent behavior of our government later. Or the alternative is if we actually start, and if we're doing things by our best interests, we would actually start to reform. In this case, time will tell. If we don't reform soon, then we might end up a country flooded in propaganda to the point that no one would even know what is and what isn't even remotely believable. And I'm not just talking about the media that's totally biased, but also about things that our government believes. There's so much double wording within documents, say like the healthcare bill. There are so many words in there, in that 2,000-page thing, that you can reword and word things over and over, and you don't even know what it comes out to because it's so complicated. If there was less ambiguity and things were more to the point and there was less secrecy, then we would know more what was going on. Many would argue already that our government is extremely hard to trust, as we all know, and that we must change things. Assange obviously would be one of those people, and whether he is convicted of anything or not, I think he thinks that he did something very valuable for the people of America, because nobody was actually put in danger to the point that anyone has been killed. There have been people that have been relocated because they felt that they were in danger. But if America is focusing on America, then America needs to know, as the people are the government. We elect the government to say what we want, because nobody, if we had a direct democracy where everybody voted, there's like 300 million people in America, that's way too many people. So we elect people to vote for how we feel. If those people stop doing what we feel they should do, then they shouldn't be our governors anymore. We are the government. We, the people, are the government. We elect the government. And if our country's doing something that we don't feel that they should, and our government isn't doing their job right, though they have more experience with it than I do, we should vote them out, or we should vote new laws in. And that's all I have to say.
Like John said, we elect officials to say what we want them to say. I mean, you don't vote for somebody with complete opposite ideas. And what our heads of, like, Secretary of State, Department of Justice, those are elected officials that we elected in those positions because we trust that they make the right decisions and stuff like that. Well, if, like our counterparts were saying, if we trust them to make the right decisions, and if we also trust their word, then if their word is saying that there is zero harm, then why don't we trust them? That is all I'm saying.
If we are to feel safe as a people, we have to be able to trust our government, and we all know that we can't. There's something very wrong with that. There shouldn't be so many secrets, and things should be more straightforward, because we need to be able to trust our government, or that means it's not an effective government and needs to be changed. Okay. Sorry. That was probably like 20 minutes. Sorry. That's your fault. Really? Really?
Alright. Like they were saying, we trust our officials to protect and express what we want to say. Julian Assange, who is not even American, why should he get to post all of our secrets, all of the things that we trust with our officials? Why should he get to decide who sees that and what to do with those? I'd like to point out that some of the servers of WikiLeaks are hosted in an underground nuclear bunker in Stockholm, Sweden. Clearly, if you have to house your servers, which is how you are distributing these documents, in an underground bunker, you're doing something wrong. And clearly people do not agree with what you are doing. Not only are the servers protected and that it's underground, it's all untraceable. Why make it untraceable if there's nothing wrong?
Well, they said that Private Manning was the only private officer that was in trouble. However, they also stated that classified documents are not illegal, so I don't know why he's arrested or going to be detained. But the WikiLeaks started making their servers untraceable for anyone to post. As Marissa just stated, for anybody to post, it's untraceable. So obviously there's, again, like Marissa said, something wrong if you have to make the people that post on your website untraceable. And that was put into effect after Private Manning was detained or taken into custody. So I'm just going to leave you with one more question, and by a show of hands. So let me ask you this. How many of you in this room have a secret that you want protected? And, this is for everyone.
We aren't allowed.
I don't think you're
Yeah.
allowed to interact with the jury.
Yeah, we aren't allowed to
Oh,
interact.
okay.
Rhetorically.
Okay, then rhetorically. Okay. Sorry. So think about how many of you in this room have a secret that you want to keep protected. Okay. Now, imagine that secret. Would you entrust that to a beloved one, or your best friend, or maybe even a diary or journal? Okay. Now imagine that secret being put online for everyone to read. Imagine how that feels. With these secrets being online, we are making our country a target for terror. And years down the road, you're making your children a target for terror. And even years down their road, you're making their children's children a target for terror by letting this proceed. That's